Hello everybody, it's Max on behalf of Crypto Talk Now. Wemix. So far it has been one of the top breakout stars of the year for 2022. As you guys know, a year of unbelievable crypto winter, bearish times, and so on. So why is Wemix one of those breakthrough stars? Well, let's take a look into it. So for one, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Coinbase anymore. Don't like the idea of them trying to ask me for tons of information, basically making me KYC again. But for the purposes of recognizing price action, we're going to use this particular listing. So as you can see right here, it is up 1,610% so far for the calendar year. Absolutely tremendous. So what is Wemix all about? And why is this so significant? Well, for one, it's currently ranked 218th, but it didn't get there just for no reason. For one, it has its own blockchain. It's on a Clayton blockchain, and believe it or not, you can actually invest into Clayton itself. And of course, I'm going to do another video outlining that. But let's go ahead and recognize the community that's behind it. And they have a decent following. Like you see right here, Wemix is a global blockchain gaming platform, and they're just that basically, a gaming blockchain platform. They have about 24,000 followers, but they're pretty active on here. So for instance, I go through it and so on. They let people know about the pre-registrations of new games that they're dropping. They got, airdrops for those who have pre-registered and so on. But what really stands out for me is some of these things that are on their site. So for instance, I go to the site and like it mentions right here, it mentions all these things: play, collect, earn, and it mentions each and every single type of game. And me, as you know, I come from a gaming background and so on. This kind of sparks my interest. But why does this spark my interest? And why do I want to bring it to your guys' attention? Well, as you can see right here, these games really stand out. What stands out to me is, for one, the thumbnails kind of engage, and pique your interest, but it's quality games and the accessibility to these quality games. Now, don't get it twisted. I have actually, I should say, I have not actually tried out any of these games. But for instance, the one that appeals to me would be Gunship Battle Crypto Conflict. So when I click on that, this comes up and it mentions that it's a free-to-play, play-to-earn game. The next gen play to earn top tier war strategy game. Oh boy, that has Maximus spelled all over it. Crypto Conflict is a blockchain game from the Gunship Battle franchise with 100 million global downloads. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, 100 million global downloads. What strikes me right here, even from a non-gaming perspective, is that this has the adoption, this has the accessibility that we're looking for. On our live show, the Max and Larry show, we're always talking about, is there going to be a play to earn type of game with easy accessibility that's going to grab people's attention and they'll be able to quickly get into it, and not only that, have a lot of fun. To me, this seems like it might be it. I might have to try this out for myself. And another thing I was going to mention is to be able to get it real quick on the Google Play Store, or if you're an Apple user, on the Apple App Store, is pretty darn cool. I'm looking at some of these screenshots and so on, and I'm like, you know what? This sounds really cool. I might actually, look at some of this up on YouTube, try to see the gameplay, or heck, I might just go ahead and install it on my phone. If it's free to play, play to earn, what do I really have to lose other than some, storage space on my phone and so on, right? So, I'm already, of course, impressed with the card catalog, if you will, like what you see here, in regards to all these games. They got every type of, they appeal to every type of audience you could think of. This right here strikes me, it reminds me of like, that old game Flappy Bird, or Angry Birds, I should say. They got action, adventure, RPG, you name it, right? Fishing, for crying out loud. But the point is, all these games are built upon their actual blockchain. Now, if you want to check out the white paper, you're totally welcome to do so. I would highly suggest that anyway, as part of doing your own research. But I like the transparency. I like what I see. It's very crisp. It's precise. Things stand out. That's very good. Now another thing, they are Ceritic. They do have a Ceritic audit. And when I went through it, I didn't find, like you said here, no critical findings. There was 4 total findings, and basically there was nothing that was unresolved. They acknowledged a few things and so on. You like seeing these type of things. The last revision was done in May, and if something else should come up, you like the idea that you will see this posted here for the most part. Now, last but not least, before we wrap things up, I was going to point out, if you're interested in this particular one, well, before we get into that, I should state this, and that is this. At the bottom, if you're interested in getting this, here are the markets that have it, or exchanges, I should say. For instance, OKX, right? They're a big centralized exchange. Of course, my personal favorite for centralized exchanges is Crypto.com. My other one, of course, is KuCoin, but I don't see it on KuCoin. Heck, they're on Bitmart and some of these other ones. But definitely Crypto.com, that tells me that I'm cool with that, because I did try to do a token sniffer, private self audit, if you will, just to kind of add a little bit more of a layer of security as far as the audit. But I didn't see that they were listed on there. But the way I look at it, if they got Ceritic audit and Crypto.com, then that's been well vetted in my book. So going back, of course, to this listing, so check it out. Currently at 278, but here's why they are the standout star, right? As you can see here, up 1,610%. They're not the number one standout star, but I would definitely say they're probably like in the top 5 or top 10 for 2022, and that's huge because, again, we get bullish momentum back. I mean, can you imagine where this could go? So nonetheless, let's look at this just a little bit more. All-time lows was at 14 cents, a little over 14 cents. Of course, that was way back. I think that was in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Yep, that was back in 2020. So it's probably like somewhere around this area here, probably just for a little bit. Yeah, probably like around, actually not 2020, beginning of 2021. Okay, that makes sense. And so that is reflective. We do verify that. And then the highs, I'm going to go to, yeah, I already did. So 24.68 for the 1-year highs. And when was that? That was back in not that long ago. Looks like November 20th of 2021. And yeah, about roughly 24.68. Again, that could have been like for maybe half of a day. You never know what it is, but clearly well over $22, $23. Lots of potential in regards to Wemix. Again, when Larry would bring up the crypto bubbles on our live show, the Max and Larry show. By the way, check it out if you haven't done so already. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, 5 days a week on the weekdays, I should state. It is an everyday show, but on the weekends we're at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. But when he would bring up the crypto bubbles, Wemix would always show up as being the top gainer so far for the year. And I always thought, you know what? I need to deliver a really good video introduction to what it's all about. So there you guys have it for the most part. You guys can, of course, go over to the actual site, which will give you more information about everything, in that regards. Wemix 3.0 global showcase unveiling of Wemix 3.0. Go there, for instance. It does, of course, show, some of the showcase and whatnot. I can't play that due to the, the YouTube I don't want us to get flagged and so on. But it has a nice little roadmap. Like for instance, you're going to see the testnet phase, which is just right around the corner, the mainnet and so on. And if you guys happen to enjoy this particular content, and we see that we're getting a decent following on it, then by all means we'll do the follow-ups with the testnet, mainnet, and whatnot. But this is just a brief introduction to what Wemix is all about. I personally am very impressed with this. If anything, I mean, I see this going back up to all-time highs and so on. It just kind of makes sense. Whenever you can have a platform like this, for instance, I'm gonna hit the back button real quick, but like, this right here, crypto conflict, and how easy is it to access? Well, all you got to do basically is connect, I imagine, your wallet, or you just simply get it on the Google Play Store, and then you earn the rewards tokens of what? The actual Wemix rewards token. It just sounds really, really cool. So with that said, everybody, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let me know what you think about Wemix. Do you think it's going to continue to be one of the star standout cryptos for 2022 during this bearish market? And do you feel as though it has bullish momentum going forward? That's how I personally feel about it. But I do want to hear from you. So with that said, everybody, thanks for watching today's video brief review on Wemix. My name is Maximus on behalf of Crypto Talk Now. May y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one.